Namaste, beautiful gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Tayin, and if you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome, 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 everyone. I'm going to go ahead and do this transmission, and it starts as of now as I am speaking. I'm going to go ahead and call in some help. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yahweh, who will be able to give me the information that is necessary for this reading in all directions, time, and space, past, present, and future. And so it is. Okay, so first and foremost, I am going to say what I said in my video earlier today with the DM on lockdown video. Do not take my word for what I am saying. Please do your own personal research and go within. We are all on different levels spiritually. I am an advanced soul, and I'm not saying this out of ego or arrogance. I am saying this because my angels have prompted me to say this on every video. And so I am keeping my word going forward. I will let people know that I am an advanced soul and I know things that are unknown. And I am not where most readers are. Okay? Not that I'm above anybody or that I think I'm better than anyone. I don't. We are all unique in our own special way. With that being said, I had said earlier that I have students that are under me. I don't mean that in an egotistical way neither. You know, when someone is under you, that means someone is following you. And I don't want to say that they're following me because it sounds like I have disciples. So I chose that word for a reason. So I just want to say that in case someone, you know, felt a little off by me saying that. You might not have, but anyhow, I want to talk about the new earth that we're transitioning into. You know, this is not a lockdown. This is a transformation period for all of us. And attached to this video, I am going to do an extended. I will do an extended version, and it will be worth every penny that you pay. I was struggling for about a week, honestly. And I prayed and I meditated on it with my angels and my guides from the higher realms. And because of the content is very extensive, it'll be over an hour long, then I should be compensated for my time, and it should be an even energy exchange where I'm giving you wealth of information of how you can work with the elements again to bring beautiful manifestations into your life. And there's nothing wrong with being compensated when you're giving something that's worth value for the price that you attach to it. So me, my angels, and my guides have come up with a very comprehensive, very detailed set of rituals that will help you manifest anything that you want, from house to business success, clients, to vehicles, for power, love, your twin flame. God, is so much. I can't even begin. For conscious awareness, to move yourself up into the higher states of consciousness, how to really empower your rituals and invoke and inject them with magnetism that will really get you the results, and even how to bring the results to you fast. And I'm doing all of this for $66.66, you guys. That's not a lot. I mean, for the rituals that you're going to learn, that's a drop in a bucket. It really is. And it's even more powerful than the ritual video that I have for the extended for the Tarot Magick Rituals. It trumps it. Okay? And so I will be offering that. And you'll love it. This is a portion of what I do. This is what makes my rituals so effective. This is why I have clients that even pay me outside of YouTube more money than what I even charge on YouTube. Okay? I've had millionaires pay me thousands of dollars to do these rituals. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the Elohims, which are part of the Anunnakis. What does Elohim mean? Elohim means many gods. In your Bible, when you see the word Elohim, it doesn't just mean God. It means gods. But there's one thing that they left out that is not in the Bible. It also means goddesses. The group of the Elohims make up gods and goddesses combined. They are the creators. You know, one thing that you have to become, and I was listening to my sister Vera, you have to become students of history so you can unravel the mysteries of the Bible. As far as I'm concerned, and I'm wanting to weigh my words carefully because I do not by any means want to step on the toes of those that are religious, because I too have just come out of religion 2 years ago, and I don't want to come across as being offensive, but however, I want you to open yourself up so you can be an empty container and receive what I'm saying to you. And I don't fall on deaf ears when I'm speaking. I want you to use your spiritual discernment, which is a God-given innate quality that is in each and every last one of us. God is revealing the false prophets. You've seen Babylon fall. Babylon has fallen. You don't see her anymore. Her merchants, all of this is playing out because the Bible prophesied it. And the powers that be, the gods of the Bible, are fulfilling these prophecies. Of course, they're the ones that convinced men to write it. Do you not think that they were not going to bring it to pass? Of course they were. In the book of Ezekiel, we have the truth that is hidden in plain sight, where Ezekiel speaks of the UFO. Remember, it speaks about God using the cloud as his chariot? We have to pay attention, people. The God of the Bible is an alien. The chariot is the flying saucer, or the unidentified flying object. L, O-L, him. L, masculine. O-L, feminine. So the first L is masculine energy, God. Oh, but there's another form of L, which is the second L, which is goddess. And then you have he, which is him. So a goddess is the other face of him. Are you following what I'm laying down? Are you picking up what I'm laying down? If you're just reading the Bible one thing that I'm going to tell you is that you're only getting half. I don't even say half, I'm going to say 1/4 of the story. You need to read other ancient books to get the full synopsis, to get the full story of what is being conveyed here. Other books are going to give you the storyline of human history. If you want to dive deep, then you need to know where you came from. Because the Bible just won't do. Because if you limit yourself to just thinking that the Bible is telling you everything, then the Bible will have you thinking that you were just created 2,000 years ago. And honey, there is ancient artifacts that are millions of years old. So something is quite not adding up here. You have the Bhagavad Gita, which is 5,000 years old. You have the Sumerian tablets. And oh, while we're speaking about the Sumerian tablets, let's talk about Catholic religion, Catholicism, which means university. You rarely will find anything that's about Christianity in the Catholic Museum. Matter of fact, all their artifacts are from Sumerian text. The Bible was written on papyrus paper, like leather bound paper. But the Sumerian texts were written in stone, baby. That is where the term comes, written in stone, because once it's written in stone, it cannot be changed. The Bible has been changed. It has been so many different versions, so many different translations and renderings that eventually, along the way, things get lost in translation. But nothing could ever get lost when it's written on stone. Take yourself today from being that spiritual babe to that mature spiritual person that the Apostle Paul spoke about in the Bible. The one that is open to hear and listen attentively to your own spirit and what your own soul is saying. And not be indoctrinated and bound to religion or religion, because there's a lie in it. And if you take just a little bit of the lie and you mix it with the truth, doesn't it make the whole thing a lie? Now, I'm not throwing the baby out with the bathwater when it comes to the Bible, because the Bible, like I said, and I will say it over and over again, and I will not recant, that it is a practical book to live by. I have become the person that I am because of the Bible. My morals, my values, how I treat people, the golden rule, all of that is true. But as far as fearing the one that created me, when the one that created me was created as well by a higher source and a higher power. And that same God has to answer to source as well as I do and you do. So why don't we eliminate out the middleman? And why don't we just connect directly to source, which is our lifeline? In the book of Genesis, that is the very beginning of the Bible, do you know that Genesis means Gene Isis? Wow. Really? Yes, really. The beginning of humanity through genealogy. You see, the gods of the Bible were great geneticists. Enki felt compassion for Noah, which is Zarathustra, okay, that he saved mankind. In the book of Enoch, it speaks about these fallen angels. And they taught human beings the value of herbs and roots and flower essences, how to create weaponries, guns, how to defend themselves and attack themselves against their enemies. They taught the women how to adorn themselves with makeup and jewelry, and much, much more. I'm just scratching the surface because of the sake of time. I have a client here in a few. The Anunnakis, in case you did not know, they set up the government on this earth. And they rule in terms, just like you see with the human governments. That's the reason why your God of the Bible said that he will be back within 2,000 years. And then it will be another 1,000 years of what? Peace upon this earth. And then they were going to come back again, and then there was going to be another war. Your God of the Bible is tyrannical, a warring God. The source of creator allows these things to happen because we all have free will. We all have a higher and a lower self. We all can act from a good vantage point or a bad vantage point. My thing is this, you guys. We should not be spellbounded by books. Look at nature. If you really want to take a true consensus and really be a spiritual being and have a good connection with God's source, look at nature. Do you see any animals reading books? And we are higher than they are. But yet we need books to remind us of something that is already instilled within us. It's a natural instinct to do what is right. Even when you do wrong, you still feel bad after you do it, don't you? That's exactly my point. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. So if you're not spiritually strong enough, then you don't have to listen to the rest. But if you really are here to learn and to know, then I advise that you continue to listen. You should not be spellbounded by books. The Bible should be studied so that you can find its origin. These other books are its origin. The book of Gilgamesh, the book of Adam and Eve, the book of coming forward, which is known as the book of the dead. And I may not have quoted that title exactly right, but everyone knows the book of the dead. These books are very vital to you comprehending who you are and what you are, and why your God made you with limited thinking and made you as perfectly as they could without making you perfect, because they have not perfected perfection, because they're still in their evolution just like you are. That's the truth. Nothing that you did made you imperfect. You were created as perfectly as the geneticists could make you. And there were many, many more breeds before you. And through trial and error, Inky and Elil finally made mankind into the best of their image that they possibly could make you, as perfectly as they could. And here you and I are. In the Bible, it speaks about Emmanuel. And that's found in the book of Isaiah, which means I am Anu El, which is the father of Enki and Elil, known as Jehovah and Lucifer. Their father is Anu. The truth is always right there for you to see, if you're ready to see it. Right now, I ask that you give yourself permission to research what is something that was taboo to you. There's missing books from the Bible for a reason. It's to keep you indoctrinated, to keep you in mental slavery, to keep you binded and bound. Because religion means to bind. To bind what? To bind you to mental slavery. To make you think that there's going to be a God that's coming outside of you that is going to save you. If you look at all these ancient texts, if you learn astrology, oh my God, astrology, science, and religion are all saying the same thing, but on different terms. But if you look at Buddha, Krishna, Jesus, Confucius, and you look at so many other sages and ascendant masters, as we will call them, they were destined to be what they were based off of the planetary alignments and the planetary alignments and the position of the stars. Remember when Jesus was born, the three wise men had to follow what? The North Star. And it led them to who? Jesus Christos, Jesus Christ. What is this new earth? The new earth is here. We're now living in the new earth. There is a chasm between the old earth and the new earth. And for those that are already in 5D and above, we can see it very clearly because we have hope and we have love in our hearts instead of fear and despair. We're not panicking. We're in chill mode because we are already in the awareness that everything is all well and it should be. And things are just going to continue to get better and better and better because the worst is almost over. And notice I said almost. The new earth is here. And for those that are awakening and that are ready to live religion alone are going to be the only ones that can enter into it. No one can enter into the new earth with religion or religion. That's the old earth. That's the old earth paradigm. And like I said, I highly encourage you to go back to your ancestors because they knew the truth. They knew how to connect with spirit. And they didn't go to no temple nor synagogues. They went into their own rooms of their homes or out in the forest. These spiritual people know what I mean because they connected with nature. And they were more intuitive and they were more turned in, tapped in, and turned all the way on in their God frequency and their power. If you're ready to be tapped on, tuned in, and turned all the way on in your God frequency, then the extended video will be exactly what you need. It will help to change your vibration and to raise it into the higher frequencies so you can get your download codes and so you yourself will be able to take control over your life and take your power back. This is a revolution, people. And in this revolution, you have to be soul ready. And in order to get soul ready, you have to be connected mind, body, and soul. And stop being spoon fed and taking everything that is said to you or have been taught to you as face value. No, question everything, even question me. I don't care. I don't get offended because what I know, I know. And I'm able to aptly explain it. Training day is over. We are now on the battlefield, and we're not even the ones that are at war. This is a spiritual war. The only thing that you are in war over is taking up possession of your own mind, because they're trying to control us through our minds. Psychological warfare. I've been telling you that. Get your shift together so you can get your house together. To block out negative energies, entities, and things of that nature. I will teach you all of that on this video. How to set up spiritual grids in your home so there will not be any spiritual attacks coming in or any attacks at all. The dark energies and entities cannot attack you unless you give them permission, whether known or unknown. And the unknown is usually what puts us under attack. Because theoretically speaking, we all know not to play on the devil's playground. But when you don't know, that leaves you what is called open. And when I say open, that means open for attack. It's time for you to close those portals. Okay? Because this is their point of entry. You think it's going to be the army? You think it's going to be men? How about it's men and it's spirits that are going to come to attack you if you're not prepared? You guys were all born for a time like this. You chose through your soul contract that you will be ready. Now you have to fulfill that contract. Each and every last one of us. And I have come to the conclusion of this transmission. If you would like to meet me on the other side for $66.66 for the, it's not really an extended video. So I won't even call it an extended video because I'm not doing tarot on that video. This is a training video. And you will have access to it to be able to safeguard you from what's to come, because you guys, some major things are about to go down. And in this preparedness, it helps you to counteract and combat all the attacks. And in the meantime, in between time, live very comfortable through these perilous times. While the world is in doom and gloom, you're going to be illumined. You're going to be lit up. Your light's going to be shining because you're going to be here to help raise the consciousness and vibration of other people. But how can you help raise the vibration when you're not even in the right vibrational frequency? You can't. And that's what I'm going to help you with. It's not rocket science, people. Even those that are not awakened are still questioning all of these things that are happening. Why did China overcome the COVID-19 without vaccinations, but Americans are pushing vaccinations for every American? You guys, there's more than meets the eye. There's more behind the scenes. I'm not going to get into conspiracy theory right now because my time is up and I have to go. I have a client that's waiting on me. But thank you so, so much for listening. And thank you for those of you that are joining the other video. And yes, it doubled in price because the information is even that much more profound and more impactful for you. Okay? But trust me, you will not be disappointed. And I have come to the conclusion. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe. Leave a love donation if you feel inclined to. Or you can purchase a gift from my wish list on Amazon and it will appear on the channel. I now wrap you in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.